about to take this mic out in a few minutes, so this shit hurt.
Hey, can you full screen this shit?
Yeah, when you do it,
take off spectator comments.
Yeah, take off spectator comments.
Alright. Oh, it's
go back to your settings.
Comments. Wait. Advanced settings. Okay, cool. Display spectator. There we go. Alright, fellas. Oh, we ain't gonna skip that. It's up.
I'm about to be weak.
Outside zone. Oh my god. And sweep. Oh my god. Look how they run the ball 89% of the time.
This thing's gonna be hot. The thing is, Kylan, you can stop him, bro. Now, Le'Veon, he broke like 2 good runs.
Le'Veon. This nigga on his 18? Come on.
Thanks to court. Crazy is I still hear y'all voice.
I hear my voice.
Alright, well, I'm gonna see if I can turn it off.
In my headphones.
Just hold the middle button, Kylan. You can click on the broadcast thing. It's like broadcast or something like that, and then it's like share party volume or something like that.
Yeah, I turned on. I clicked all of that.
Now you supposed to uncheck it.
Oh, it was already on.
These the last days, get money while you storm, have a stars for the cream renegade, for the money on the green is the I'm a player on the late night tips, so they see the prototype, fingertips, reservoir dog, check the skull, ignorant, can I live, still film it, kiss to death, and protect your neck, three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, and protect your neck, shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, money over on my hands down. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my install. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my install. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the install. Too late, you already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, breathe easy, know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Matt.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Play fake here on first down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Jaguars. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Jags have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 27. A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, it's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make it.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Carlos Watkins in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And he was plus 5 seconds there with the football. Is there a time that a quarterback has to get rid of it?
Somewhere generally around 3 seconds. So just like we're playing in our turkey bowl right in our backyards, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, that ball better be.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Watson. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Big hold of the 30. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Watson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Bell. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
A good pick up there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a 2nd down here. Again, it's Bell. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
Now it's Wilson. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Oh, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
To throw on second is Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Bortles. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. A minute 59 to go in the first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing is Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake.
And now out comes Houston. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to play it out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Bortles now to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. To throw is Bortles. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talked to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken inside his own 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. From midfield, here's Bortles. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Bortles. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He got 29 yards that time. They go play action here on first down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Reset.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Miles Jack coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Come back, come back.
Third and long. It's Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
Richmond. Tiger.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here we go on 4th. Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and if he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball is not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around it.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
False start offense.
So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
On second down, here's Bortles. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And now it's third down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And all the way down to the 26. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. And even 40 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Deion Sims is tight end, the intended target. And it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And the third down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number 1.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zach Cunningham, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Bortles. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, here's Bell. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Come back!
On 1st and 10, Watson stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Now it's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st down, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He hits Riddick underneath. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a 2nd down. Now Watson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Again, it's Watson. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Watson on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Down to 7 seconds now, 6. One last throw here for Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
right range. Couldn't hit if it had aim. Lanes can't call it and you lame. You had it and you lost it, all the shame. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me. For a show 150, don't talk to me. You ain't never help your mans, don't talk to me. You just follow all the trends, don't talk to me. I set the bar, I'm the bar. Look in the sky, I'm a star. I don't fall in love, cause I be loving. They ain't like my shirt, it's a large. I don't care, I crush a ghost. Got 2 cribs in 2 states, I be doing the most. I got white folks money that I won't blow. And if you ask why, cause the white folks don't. Big bank, tight, little bank. Big bank, tight, little bank. Type of money you gon' need a sight. The type of money you gon' need a bite. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, little bank. Big bank, tight, little bank.
Everything proper, no propaganda. Tropicana gold yard bandana. Big, a lot of like Santa. Threw a birthday party in a phantom. Big like a dinosaur did it. And you know, shining like acrylic. Yeah, but had cornrow. I can see you hang with the door closed. Now I'm looking for a glove with a sparkle on it. And my got chocolate on it. Big bank, take small. Bank account on some top.